So hello everyone, my name is Angus. I set up a company called Splosh about 10 years ago with the objective of selling home essentials and to make the refilling of them easy. We sell a wide range of products from laundry detergents, washing and fabric conditioners, washing up liquids, dishwasher tablets, all the home cleaning range you would expect, kitchen and bathroom cleaners, etc., and health and beauty products as well, like hand wash and shower gel. The big innovation that we have done is that our refills come as concentrates, and you might simply think of that as them containing very little water, which they do, but it's much more complicated than just taking the water out of these products. So we've had to spend a lot of time formulating them in a laboratory. We've got sort of professional chemists who do this, and what concentrates allow us to do is they mean that we need much less packaging because obviously the products are much smaller. You can see there one of our refills, which is designed to fit through letterboxes. Also makes delivery much more easy. So
Angus,
in this example, hello.
Angus, I'm seeing a white screen. Oh, there it comes. It's come. I can see it now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, just shout if it's not. I can see it on mine, but shout if it doesn't. Yeah. So there's a refill fitting through a letterbox, and so easier delivery. So customers don't need to be at home when their packages arrive, and of course lower transport CO2 emissions. So we sell direct through our website splosh.com. But we also sell through retailers. We launched our retail range just under a year ago now. I think we're in just over 100 stores, mainly farm shops, Whole Food stores. And so how does it work if you were a retail customer? Well, you first off start by buying the bottles, which you can see here. And they are the products in the bottles are diluted. They're ready to use, just like other competitor brands you might find. And then hopefully, if you like the products, that you'll come back and you'll buy the refills. Now, the refills that you see here for retail are what's known as stand-up pouches. These refills, the refills are made of plastic, but they use 95% less packaging than a bottle.
Well, it is, but it can only go so far with that. Oh, sorry.
Hello. Someone's speaking there. So the refills use 95% less packaging, and so compared to something like in-store refilling, they're actually less than a quarter of the weight of an in-store refilling container. So the customers do the refilling at home, and they add water to the concentrate and shake to mix. So it's a very straightforward system, and the refills themselves are usually refill several bottles. So in this instance, the hand wash refill you can see there refills that bottle 6 times. So it's great cutting packaging by 95%, but customers are encouraged to return their pouches into the store. It's very easy. The pouch returns box just sits on shelf. Because the pouches are small, it doesn't take up much space, and of course, when they're empty, the pouches collapse. And we then take responsibility for the pouches. What you can see here is the first thing we did, which was to make them back into plastic granules, and then make them into other products. But more recently, we have had our pouches made into plastic plyboard for use in the UK buildings, buildings, and the advantage of this plastic plyboard is much more durable than wooden plyboard, but it is designed itself to be reused, so it will continue being used again and again. It's very much our belief that companies in our industry should take responsibility for their packaging, and we're sort of happy and proud to do that for our own packaging. So being a circular business, it actually works well for customers versus something like refilling in store. There's no mess, for example, for retailers, it takes up very little space, and it's easy for customers. They simply just take a pouch off the shelf, do the refilling at home, and as I say, because the pouches are so light, in fact less than a quarter of the weight of in-store refilling containers, it can in the real world be less plastic waste than in-store refilling, which I'd be happy to explain during questions. So this is what our products look like in store, as I say, in various farm shops around the UK, Whole Food stores, health shops, a few garden centres as well. But cutting out plastic waste is not, and having a circular business model is not a completely straightforward calculation. And products in our sector need to be practical for customers and retailers. They need to perform well, and there needs to be zero plastic waste. And in that little chart we've got there, what the vast majority of our industry uses is single-use bottles. I don't know, take like a bottle of fairy liquid. So it will perform well, and it's practical, but it doesn't achieve the objective of zero plastic waste. There are other options which are like in-store refilling, which you may well have seen, and factory refilling, where there are companies who will take bottles back and refill them. So performance will be fine and will achieve zero plastic waste, assuming the in-store refilling container is refilled, which they are not always. But for retailers and for customers, it's much less practical, both of those options, needing to bring bottles into store, which is fine for some people, but for the majority of people, it is not. The issues that I mentioned, for example, in-store refilling can cause mess in store, and retail staff time having to get involved in that process. So there are also other options as we move around the chart where you can do powder or tablet refilling. So that's where you simply just put a tablet into a bottle, and the tablet will fizz and dilute and then create a product like kitchen cleaner. So no plastic waste at all, which is great. The issue with these types of systems, and we have tried them, is that you cannot get enough surfactant, which is the raw material that does the cleaning, into the product. So you're looking at about 1/6 of the performance for it if you take something like a kitchen cleaner, and that would be a better performing product. They work for products like a foaming hand wash, but otherwise are much more limited. So having tried many systems, we're very confident that our concentrates in pouches is the most practical, good performing and cutting out plastic waste system that there is. So we were asked what we can do. So, I mean, whichever system you use, whether ours or one of our competitors, it's definitely better to refill. It's always better than recycling. And it's our job as businesses to make it as easy as possible. It is better to use plant-derived products if you can. Although our products are mainly plant-derived, it is that certainly would have less impact on the environment, and of course to buy local if you can as well. That's it from me. I hope that gives you an idea.